And I had the mic muted. Everything's wrong. Fuck. Live streaming. It feels like it is. Okay. Let me update the title. Boom. I'm not starting a new project. I am continuing with CTest. Save. Okay, I think we're live. Right. I think so, yeah. Fuck it. Okay, so everything is tracked. Okay. So this all works fine. All right. Let me put this in here. Okay. And then this one here. Okay. I don't know if my voice is way too low. Maybe that is better. Okay. Boom. So assert true. What else do I need? Just taking a look at what JUnit functions. User guide. Writing test. No. Assert. Okay. Okay. So these are all the different methods that there is. Looks like it. Assert, I guess true. Assert false. False equals. Equals with a string. Object expected. Object equals. Deprecated use assert array equals. Assert that two doubles or floats. Okay, equal to within a positive delta. Assert the constructor since it is a static on the class. Okay, assert that 2 byte arrays are equals. The 2 chart arrays are equals. 2 double arrays, float arrays, int arrays, long arrays. 2 object array. I don't have an object array, so cannot really do that. Assert that 2 sorts array are equals. So can I do something like this? Can I do let's just, I don't know. What can I do? Define assert true. If I do decide to do this. Right, let's say I do have this, I don't know. I'm gonna say a void assert equals int. I'm gonna do another one called void assert equals float, right? So you know this is a float, and then I can have a float expected, and then a float actual, right? And now given this, I could have an assert equals. And because this uses ints, could I do this? I mean, maybe this doesn't work now, but alright, so what if I had a float a equals 5, and then b equals 5, and if I have an assert equals with a and b, will this work as well? Well, I actually don't have an implementation of this, so don't think it's gonna work, buddy. Okay, so let's just do this, on whatever this is at. And I'm just gonna put it, actually, let me put it in Okay, let me do it this way. Assert equals float. Okay, so then I can take all this. Boom, boom. Then I can say f. Sorry, f. Whoops. Okay. So now I can say test, and then this should pass. Assert equals int. No, it's assert equals. Let me do assert equals. And then input this a float, just so that I know that this is using float. Float. Okay. Okay, and then this would be assert equals. Let me move this in here. Assert equals type int. And assert equals of type int. So this way, there's not like a type of specific thing. It just depends on the arguments that you have. Okay. So can I I mean, nah, makes no sense what I was saying. What I was thinking. Okay, so then I could do the same thing, meaning I could change this. Okay. Added assert equals the float and changed. Whoops, and changed the name. Now it's the same for both. The same name. The same name for both. The only thing that has changed is the type of the arguments. Okay. Great. Then what the actual fuck just happened there? So maybe it doesn't work as I thought it was going to work. Oh no, I know what happened. Sorry. Define assert equals, and then this would be assert equals float, right? Assert equals macro defined. But what are you talking about? Oh, okay, so I cannot use the same name. Alright, so that sucks. Different macros, C. Wait, what? What is this? Could I do? No, I don't want to risk it. Fuck it. So this is going to be assert equals float. This is going to be assert equals int. And then yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. So this is going to be int. And this is going to be float. Okay. Now it should be here. Okay, I'm gonna add it back. turns out I can not have different macros with the same name. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Comparing if two arrays are equal C. Sorry. C. I have to take equality of two arrays with integer elements. Use mem compare function to compare two arrays of equal length. Int A. Okay. That is a good one though. That is a good one though. Okay, so I can then have a void assert equals. Okay, so I'm gonna put a different thing. I'm gonna say assert equals of types. Right? Then this is gonna be assert not equals of types. Then this is gonna be, well, this is I can put this in here then. Okay, assert not equals, then assert booleans. I did not mean to do that. Assert true. Assert null. Not null. Okay. And then I should follow the same structure here. Meaning this goes in here. Okay. Let me actually copy the same thing in here so that I can have a better structure of the file. Boom. Assert not equals of types. So this would be here. And then assert true, this would be assert booleans. Okay, and then assert things. Null, not null. Okay. Then I can have something like this. Okay. So what if I do this now? So I don't think it allows me to actually do that. Too bad. Okay. Assertion error. So this is not important now. Fails to test with no message. Assert static condition is false. Okay. Assert static condition is false. And what is the string message? Like, I don't get this. Not same. Asserted two objects do not refer to the same object. Okay, so this whole object thing is not going to be relevant to me as I'm not using objects in C. Assert that. Assert that. Assert true. Okay. Assert array equals. Well, I guess I'll go with that one now. I guess assert equals int float string. I would have to do a double as well. So let me do that. Assert equals double, and this is gonna be a double and a double. Okay. Assert equals. Whoops. Double. And then now double. Assert equals double. Yeah, okay. And so now I should be able to get this. Okay. Put this in here. What the hell? Boom. Boom. Assert equals double. Whoops. Double. And then this would be double expected. Double print format C. What is the print format of C? LF? F is a correct format for a double. There is no format for the float because if you attempt to pass a float to printf, it will be promoted to double before printf receives. Okay. So I guess this works. So I can now have two doubles. Double C equals 2. Double D equals 4. Then we can have an assert equals double C is equal to 4. Okay. C and 4 now. D. So double failed because 2 is not equal to 4. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. So now I can go in here and say this. Boom. So assert equals double string whatever, and then I can say void assert equals array int, and then this is gonna have a int expected, right? And an int actual, right? Boom, there we go. Okay, assert equals string. Assert equals array int, and then this is gonna have this, which is gonna be array int, and then this is gonna be pretty much it. So I can now grab this, go in here, sorry about that one. Then I can say this. Int result equals mem compare, which I actually want to learn more about this. Mem compare. Compares 2 blocks of memory. If the first block is less. Okay. So it compares byte per byte. Interesting. Okay. Yo, chill, bro. Okay. So I can compare the expected with the actual, and then what do I have to size off? Wait, what? What is that third argument for? What is it for, buddy? Size. Okay, the number of bytes to be compared. So I guess if this is not equal, then you can get like the fuck out of here, right? I have no idea how that is implemented, but let's just do size of the expected. since that is what we want to do. Size of expected. Yeah. Call operates an object of type int while the size is based off what are you talking about? Size of array 1. Yes. So what do you want? This? Let me do this. Size of array expect. And then what's this? Like this. Size of expect. Okay, so if result, then I do get this. Actually, let me put this in here. Boom, boom, and then I can substitute this by this. If result this, else this happens. So assert equals array int past. Turns out that I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say array expected equals to array expected equals to array actual, right? And then there's nothing about here. Failed array is different than actual. Okay. So what if I now had a int array 1, right, which equals to 1, 2, and 3, right? And then I had a second array which was equal, and I had a array 3 which was 1, 2, and 4. Right, or what if it was 3, 2, 1? Put that also like 3, 2, 1. Right, so then I can say assert equals array int. Right, and then I can say array 1, array 2. Too many arguments to fall. Expected to have 3. I don't have 3, buddy. What are you talking about? I do have the expected and then the actual. I don't know what you're giving me this. Array 1 and then 2. What's going on in here? Too many arguments to function call. Expected to have 3. Don't have 3, buddy. This receives an expected and then an actual. Okay. This also receives 2 arguments, and then this receives 2 arguments as well. Assert equals array int, which is assert equals array int with the expected and actual. What are you talking about? Too many arguments to function call. The function assert equals array int expected to have 3. Yeah, because this is an argument of itself. Like, what are we doing here? Note, in expansion of macro assert equals array int, array 1, array 2, note declare here. What are you saying? What are you saying? You're making no sense. You're making no sense right now. I'm not required to have. Okay. Yeah, const source location lock. Alright, see, you're making sense now. You are making sense now. With a const source location lock. Alright, There we go now. Okay, so what if I now say that I want to have 1, 2, 3, sorry, 3 short equals array int. What do you mean? Can I not have this as an argument? Left up on a comma array, it has no effect. So it turns out I can now declare an array inside of here. Okay, well that's too bad. Okay, so what if I say now my expected is 1, then I want to compare it to array 3. Test, and then size of array expected 8, which size of int c shouldn't be 2 bytes, it should be 4. Yeah, it's usually 4, but I guess it works different in array. Is the size of int 2 bytes instead of 4? I know it's equal to size of int. The size of an int is really compiler dependent. Back in the day when processors were 16-bit, an int was 2 bytes. Nowadays, most often 4 bytes and a 32-bit as well as 64-bit int systems. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, what if I... No, I'm not gonna care about that. Anyways, this works, right? I'm going to have the first one fail, and then the second is equal. That shouldn't be the case. Array 1 and array 2 should be... Wait. This guy gave me the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, I got it completely wrong. Okay. Like this. See, I didn't know the return values of the function. Okay, now the first one passed because they're the same, and then the second one failed. Okay. Added assert tests for int arrays. Alright. And then there shouldn't be anything left. Okay. SPI controller. What programming language is this? This is C that I'm using right now. Just pure C. The greatest programming language of all time. That's what it is. Okay. Boom. Is it hard to learn? Maybe not to learn at first, like when you're first learning the basics, but then if you want to get a little bit more advanced, then I'd say it does get a little bit more complicated, especially compared to like other languages. I think it has a bit of a like more complicated level, but I also think it's way more interesting than other languages because of that same aspect, you know, because of it also teaches you how, you know, computers work internally and how memory works and is organized inside of your computer, which is, I think, very interesting. But maybe not at first, you know, when you're first learning the language, but definitely once you get advanced. What programming languages do you know? Definitely the two that are that I'm most confident in is are C and C++. I also know C#. I also know a little bit of JavaScript. I also know Java. Unlike a very, very little bit of Python. Those are the ones that I know. So yeah, C, C++, Java, JavaScript, C# and Python. Those would be the ones that I know. Which languages do you know? Controller or SPY controller? What is this music called? It is called wait, what? Scaring music and ambience. That's what it is. It is the soundtrack of the greatest game of all time. Okay, group tabs. I know Python and Golang. Oh, Go. I do want to learn Go as well. Is it hard? Is it difficult to learn? I think it's a very fun language, but I've never tried it. I do want to try it. I think it's pretty similar to C in some ways. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Okay, short equals array int. Do I have a byte type? I don't have a byte type. Okay. So byte type in C, I guess. C data types. Basic types. Enumerated types, the type void. Okay, so these are all the different things that I have. Different types that I have. Okay. Char, unsigned char. Signed int. Unsigned. Okay, sort. We do have to get sort as well. Floating point data types in C. Okay, I guess it's float double and then long double. Wait, how big is a long double? 10 bytes. Okay, that is pretty big. Can you show me again what the music is called? Yeah, of course. Skyrim music and ambience. That's what it's called. I just looked for Skyrim ambient music. That's what I looked for. It's pretty relaxing. Anyways, now that I realize this, I do have to get this done, which is int. I guess I'll do it in here. Yeah. Fuck it, why not? This would be a start equals short. And then short. And then this would be a start equals yeah, short, whatever. Short, boom. Okay, sorry about that. I meant to do this. Let's just go in here, take this, then take this, and then right behind below the int function I define this. Okay. Boom. Use of undeclared identifier. Oh shit. Okay. Actual. Okay. Print format of short in C. HD format specified is used to print short integer values. The value is short and the D specifies that it is a short integer. I gotta go, I'll be back. Okay, bro. Don't worry about that. See you soon. Okay. So let's just do it the legal way then. Put an HD in there. Okay, everything should work. Alright, so I have all this, and then I can say, I mean, I have a short A, B, C, D, E. Well, let me put it in here then. E equals 5, and then short A, B, C, D, E, F, 6, and then I have to do an assert. Assert equals short with E and F, and then this should fail because it is not equal. Assert not equals, I don't think I changed it. Right, dude. Short. This is short. What is your keyboard brand and model? Give me a minute. And then short. Okay, whoa. Okay. There we go, short fail. Okay, my keyboard brand and model, I think it's a Mars keyboard. I don't know. Mars gaming keyboard. I don't know. It was like wait, let me look it up in here. But it's actually a pretty cheap one. I think it was like, I don't know, 20 bucks, which is pretty damn cheap for a mechanical keyboard. But yeah, it gets the job done, honestly. Mars develops. Okay, let's see if I can get it in here. Not this one, not this one, not this one. I think it's this one actually, just in a different color. Yeah, I think it's this one, but in white. Actually, no, it's not the same one. Not that one. Not this one because it has a numpad. Mine has a numpad. Not this one either. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Here. Boom. Found it. MK422. This is the one that I'm using, actually. Just with the Spanish layout. That's all. Same color. Is it brown switches? No, red switches. Anyway. 63 bucks. What are you talking about? I didn't pay that much. I can tell you that. But yeah. Mars Gaming MK422. That's the one that I'm using with brown switches. Why did you ask? Did you like the sound of it or the shape? I don't know, like what did you find interesting about it? Or was it just out of pure curiosity? Is it? Curiosity. Anyways. Short fail. Okay. Boom, there we go, there we go. Then I can have a short equals short, int. Boom. And also, what are you coding? Related about what? I am coding, well, I don't have the repo now. But this is basically a testing library in C. So I have different tests that I'm doing, which in this case, I have a test, for example, here that I have to assert that this parameter and this parameter are equal. So, you know, that way, if I have a function, I can test it out and things like that. I like the sound writing code. Wait, what? What song writing code? What do you mean? But yeah, it's basically a testing library that I'm doing in C, inspired in this, which is another testing library in Java that I used a couple of months ago in a project that I had to do. So yeah, I just saw this and I thought, how hard can this be to do? So it's literally yesterday I started doing this, and so far it's been pretty damn easy. Not gonna lie. I mean, I've had some challenges, but so far it's been pretty nice. Not gonna lie. And here I'm basically testing all the different functions that I've implemented so far. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me put the link of the repo in the description of the stream. Repo, boom, save. Did it save? Yeah, I did. Okay. Great. So assert booleans. All right. Assert equals array int. Boom. Okay. So assert equals string. Maybe I should have something similar like. Oh, actually, not in here. But where's the string one? Why not? Let's just do a char function. Boom. Should it? That's interesting. Char, and this would be out of here, out of here. Char, I guess. Yeah. And then char. And I grab this one. Boom. So I just come here and say C and then C, C and then C. Okay. So this would be assert equals char and then assert equals of type char as well. Okay. Okay, so that is done. I think all types are covered now. Yeah, I do have a char, int, short. I don't have a long. Fuck. I have a float and a double. Do I have a float and a double? I do have a float, double, and then I should use long as well. Okay. Okay, dude. Boom, boom. This would be long, and then this would be long, long. Oops. Long, and then long in all caps. Looks right below short. Boom, boom. Then what is it? Long print format in C. LD. Okay. Wait. HD and then HD as well. And this would be LD, 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 and LD. Okay. So let me actually force a test on this one. So then I can have a long G, just put it this big, and then a long H is the next one. I don't know. ABC. This is a newspaper. Fuck. I think it's H. A B C D E F G H, right? I think so, yeah. I don't know, let's just say 240,000. Don't give a fuck. Assert equals short, and this would be assert equals long. J and H. Okay, and then in here I would have to change this. Okay. Long failed is not equal to that. Okay. Then I can come in here and say all basic types done for assert equals. Whoops. Main. Okay. Okay, so I have not all types, I guess, since I do have to include the array thing. Array int. So I guess array int. And then I could say array int. This would be array short, I guess. Short. And short, which this would include a short array and then a short, whoops, short actual. Okay, string equals long string equals array int. So I guess now I have to take this one, boom, in here, and just basically put the same thing that I did on the other one, which and even with this, I guess I could save some time, right? And I could do, you know, I could grab all this, paste it in here, and then doing this. Boom. So I could just get rid of that, and then that would be it. So yeah, assert equals array int. So this is going to be short, boom, short. Okay. And then that's going to be about it. And this is going to be int, and then int. Okay. Boom. So array short. Done. Then I will get another one, and this would be long, 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 and then this would be long, long. Then all I have to change is just long and then long. Boom. Okay. Assert equals already long. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. Eggy, yo, what is up, buddy? How you doing today? Equals already long. Okay, let me make a separation between this one. Okay, this would be a, I guess, float. What is the order in here? I have long, short, long, and then float. Okay. So this is going to be a float. Whoops. Float, and then I'm doing pretty fine. What about you? I'm doing pretty fine as well. You know, just out here getting some work done. It's really fucking hot here in Spain. But yeah, thankfully I have some AC, which makes it a little bit less hot. But we're like at almost 40 degrees Celsius, which is pretty damn annoying. I hate heat. Like, I completely hate it. Don't like it. Anyways, I lost the block. Okay. Got it back. Float and float. Okay. And then I can grab this one. Just come down here and say this. I'm learning Haskell, and that after Rust is mind blowing. Wait, isn't Haskell like completely like fucked in terms of syntax? Like super complicated? I can comprehend stuff without carefully reading through it. That's a new feeling I haven't felt in a while. What the hell is this, dude? Good quality image, for sure. But yeah, I mean, this looks a bit funny, no? But using it is very empowering. But what is it used for? Like, what in what like fields is Haskell used? What applications does it have? I've heard of it a couple of times, but I've never really seen any code or like program in it. Banking system and big systems like that. Oh, okay, so it's pretty important then. The UK National Bank uses it. God damn. So yeah, it is pretty damn important. Wait, but this is functional, right? This is a functional programming language. No? Yeah, functional programming language. Damn. And isn't that switched from like a, I don't know how to call it, a normal language to a functional language, like super mind-blowing? Well, you said it was, but like I wonder how was that switch between, you know, a standard like language and then a functional language like Haskell, for example. Because to me, like every time I see some functional code, it just looks like fucking crazy. Like what am I seeing? 5.8, what are you building? I am doing a testing library in C. That's what I'm doing. Inspired on JUnit. I have no idea how to do it, but I'm just going with just seeing how far I can get. That's as much as I can tell you. So, you know, just that you can see an example, I have these different functions, which are supposed to assert that these two expressions are the same. Kind of made my brain have a big fart, and I forgot both Rust and I still don't understand Haskell enough, so I'm in the dark right now. How long have you been learning Haskell? Has it been a long time now? Or is it something that you recently picked up? I mean, not really forgot Rust, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, like when you pick up a new thing, like it's and like you focus on that, then it's hard to like come back to the old. Just about a week ago, but it's very addicting. Is it? I just don't find it any attractive. Like I don't really like it. But hey, you know. And how sorry, how have you been learning it? Like just through a YouTube video, a book, a course? What have you been using for Haskell? Okay, boom, boom, float, float. Okay. Assert equals float. Okay. Boom. Assert equals array float. What do I have next? Actually, float double. Okay. Double. Double. Then double again. Assert equals array double. Okay. Then I have to change this as well. Double. Double. Okay. That should like pretty much be it. Do I have a big mess with the wires here? Okay. Okay, long, float, and then double. Whoops. Okay. Wait. Double. Okay. And then double. Okay. Okay. Do I have any array type left? I have char. Okay, so double, then char. You know, an array of chars is really in a string. So let me move this in buff. I don't know. Let me put this like this. String. Fuck it. String, and then yeah, that should be pretty much it. Float, long, short, int, and then that's all there is. Whoa. Okay, CC, there's no file named CC. There we go. Okay. Commit array of basic types for assert equals done. Okay. Okay, so what can I do next? It should be the not equals, but that's like pretty damn boring, not gonna lie. Don't really want to do it. Not equals int, which is like the same thing but just in the other way around. Not what I want. Not what I want. Int. Okay. Then I have assert true. Okay, equals true. Yeah. Assert false. This would be more like this and then this. Whoops. Okay. Assert false, not null. Then that will be like that. So yeah. Array equals the different types of arrays. Then what else? What else? Assert equals, deprecate it. What? Epsilon. Alright. assert that two double assert floats are equal to within a positive delta. That's interesting. Okay, objects string message equals within a positive delta. Okay, false, not no. I guess. Whoops. Okay. No. Fail. What is this? And I also want to know, what do you return if it's not equal? Like, do you just like break? Do you exit? What do you do? Fails a test with no message. Assert equals, public starting point. So you just fail the test. What would be the purpose of that? Parameters, throws, and array comparison failure. Can I throw error in C? How can I throw an exception in C? There are no exceptions in C. In C, the errors are notified by the return value of the function. Whoops. The exit value of the process signals to the process or the CPU hardware interruption. Okay. $15 years ago. God damn. Okay. 200 stars, not bad. Pet status, get pet status ID. And then it has to try and catch. Oh wow. Bring the power of exceptions to your C applications. $5 months ago. This is still being supported. Crazy. I'm just gonna give it a star. Fuck it. Boom. Other alternatives. Wait. This literally just brought me to the same thing. Quality gate, build passing, lessons gas passing, docs passing. Okay. So there is no explanation of how this works. Interesting. I mean, I guess this is that, but like path threads. My thread throw. Oops. Oh no. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should like. I don't know what to do. At CI pipelines. Wait, what? Workflows. Build.yaml. God then how many YAML files you have, buddy? Funding.yaml. GitHub, link abstraction, code, GitHub. Anyways, I should have a way of displaying all the results of the text, right? So I don't know if I had it here. Unit results, yes. And I think I also had a function to add a test to a group. Okay, but this is just test results, not really a group result. Okay, interesting enough. So I guess I should do something like, I don't know, void display assert results. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so then I can do, I'm just gonna put it in here. Assert results. For definition of display assert results, what are you talking about? Like, what? Okay, there we go. So how can I do this? So I guess there has to be a better way of tracking the results, right? So, thinking about things. So, okay, let's just say that I want to do a type def struct assert group, right? Okay, so then afterwards, assert group, because I'm gonna have, should have an assert struct, right? I mean, that would make sense. Or I guess I could have, I don't know, assert struct, where there would be a, I don't know, a type, maybe, like, I don't know, in char, what was it, name, I don't know, description, I guess, description, why not a test result, not test result, a source location, that's what I want to have, which in here I should have this. Something like this. I should have a source location called lock. Actually, let me have it as not a pointer. And then a bold past, I guess. Why not? And then maybe I can have a assert struct array of asserts with like 512 maximum value defined in header file. Okay, buddy. Maybe like this one here. I don't know, I guess I could define like max asserts. Asserts. Okay, what is going on? Asserts. Let's just say 50. 50. Redefinition with a different type. Huh? Wait, what's going on? What are you telling me? Okay, there we go. So now what can I do with this? But yeah, how can I then display that this has a I guess max asserts. And then in here I should have something like add a new assert to like a certain list, maybe. I don't know, like that would be the proper way of doing it. And then in there I can have like an actual better way of displaying the results. I don't know. I mean, I do have this as well, you know. But how does the JUnit print this? JUnit failed assert. Using failed assert in JUnit. Yeah, but like there has to be a way, like every time I do something like this, right? Like this will be a test, right? Like this is a test of itself. Like every time this is called, this is a test, right? Also, another thing that I want to do is, very importantly, here it is. Where was it? Maybe here. Nope. Okay, here it is. Maybe not in source header. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna grab this one and I'm gonna put it on top of here. I don't give a fuck. Wait, this doesn't exist anymore. What am I doing with this? Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. Wait, do I have any assert in here? Assert. Assert, assert, assert. Wait, what are you talking about? In the CTest.h, assert is defined in header assert.h. This is probably fixable by adding include assert.h. Rest is different than null. Where is this, buddy? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know this. Fuck it. Unknown type name bool. So I guess I do have to include it. Okay. So then maybe what I can do is I mean, I guess if it passes, then, you know, it's like, hey, everything's fine. It has passed. But if it doesn't, then I guess it could be like failed, you know, and then it could be, I don't know, red, for example. And then I could just have a printf that could be a, I mean, I guess it could be, whoa. Similar to this. And then I guess I could say back to white. And then I could say printf and then say details. And then still this, right? Boom. This is what I could have. So this is an equals short. So let me actually, it should fail actually. Okay, there we go. See? Failed. Okay, so it does fail and then it says, okay, 5 is different than 6. Yeah. Yeah, no shit, buddy. And then it says on file, source.main, line 54, function main. Which is like technically, yeah, but added colors for a more visual appealing look when a cert / test fails. Boom. Okay, well, not gonna lie, I think this is gonna be it for today. I actually have to leave. So yeah, oh, didn't want to do that. I'm gonna put this in my favorites since I do want to keep this. And yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for today. Pretty damn good day, not gonna lie. Managed to get quite a few things done for the project, which is great. So releases, there's no releases whatsoever, no packages. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow, maybe. I think so, yeah.